to CC, the Classic Car Show. In this episode, we slip behind the wheel of a spectacular American classic sports car and take a close look at a racy Italian. We slide on the overalls to see how this old girl is still on the road after all these years. Also on the show, how well do you know your chrome? We'll put you to the test. We'll look at a car of today that may well turn out to be a classic of tomorrow. Plus, a very cool open-top classic from the early years of the Japanese car industry. So sit back and settle in for another ride through the past on CC Classic Cars. Japanese car manufacturer Datsun is probably best known for holding the title of the world's best-selling sports car, thanks to its 70s performer, the 240Z. There were more humble beginnings for Datsun in the sports car market, and many consider their previous effort a much more desirable classic roadster. This is the Datsun 2000 Sports, also known as the Fairlady. The Fairlady was created in the classic tradition of the British open-top roadsters, popular in the US in the mid-60s to give Datsun a foothold in the world sports car market. There were several models of the Fairlady built between 1965 and 1970. This model, the 2000 or SR311, was the last.
When I was younger, my best friend had a Datsun 2000 Sports, and I'd always wanted one, but it took me a few years to actually put the cash together to own one. When I got financial enough, as in my 30s and 40s, I decided I'd go and find one.
Robert purchased this car from a magazine while he was overseas and didn't expect the car before he bought it. This turned out to be a bit of a disappointment, as the condition of the vehicle was poorer than he first thought, and rather than use the car as a daily driver, he chose to restore it.
The restoration process for this car entailed a complete body off and stripped down to bare metal. One good thing about these cars is that 6 bolts and a couple of electrical cables, you can lift the body completely off the chassis, so you can do one part at a time.
Robert's car had the chassis completely stripped back and powder coated. All new suspension components were fitted, and whatever needed to be replaced on the car was replaced. As they had 3 cars in the workshop at once, and as this vehicle was to be Robert's daily driver, he chose to use the best parts from the 3. And considering this Datsun Roadster has been on the road for 15 years since its restoration, it's a credit to the work done to see it still looking so good. The Datsun 2000 Sports has a 5-speed gearbox, a 2-litre, 150 horsepower engine, and will happily cruise all day at 100 miles an hour. Reliability was also a selling point. Originally designed to compete in the American Sports Car Championship in a 12-hour Sebring race in Florida,